My name is Kisos. This is Music Marketing Week 19, but actually gonna be number 18 because I didn't save number 18 and I don't know where it is, so it's gone. It's okay, it's gone. You know, it wasn't meant to be. Whatever. Today we're gonna talk about, if I remember stuff that was in 18, I'll bring it up. I remember we just kind of went over like website stuff, landing pages, and how to improve those. So if you have a landing page that you want me to go over, or you know, a EPK or something, send it to me and we can kind of remake that episode. Otherwise, we moving on, baby. We moving on. So I'm gonna start off today with talking about Spotify radio and how to influence it. So how to influence the fans also like section, how to influence your radio, and basically just give you a little bit of a juicier presence and a little bit more discoverability on the platform. But first, dun dun dun. Hello? Desktop, will you show? Desktop, are you there? Are you there? There we go. Dun dun dun. I was on a podcast with my lovely streamer friend Cho the other day. I will link it for everybody if you're curious. It's not fully about music really at all. It's a modern relationships podcast, and I was talking about an article that I wrote for Gay Star News where I talked about cyber stalking an ex, but how I took it beyond just like looking at their pictures on Instagram. Like, nah, we was on Venmo, we was on Spotify, we was on everything, and it was an issue. We was on his boyfriend's business Facebook page, we was on his sister, we was on friends of friends of friends Venmo's pages trying to see if they were the new guy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it was a mess, but it's really interesting. It's great. If you want to get to know me on a more personal level, watch it. I will be linking it. It's right here, and the podcast is called Love Collective. And now let's get into it. For real, now that the promo is over, there are dogs barking outside. There was ghosts in my apartment yesterday. Again, if you have questions about that, let me know. Why is my front hair becoming pink? It could just be the lighting, but it's definitely like the dye's coming out. The dye is coming out for sure, Hifa. Okay, so here is my Spotify page. Even when I had 30 monthly listeners, I had a fans also like page, and I had a radio page. I don't know if it was necessarily worth it or good, because they were not artists that were like me. You can still see some of them still here. Like, this is a children. They sound good. They sound cute. I don't know if you would say, I don't know who of my friends is listening to them. I don't know who of my friends is listening to the Dave Harris Project. Some of these people have 0 monthly listeners and 0 songs out. So I don't know how they got into my related artists, but I would have been able to shape some of these artists into becoming or moving up in my fans also like section, and my radio section, which is basically a reflection of your fans also like section. And it's really simple. How I did it is with my playlist. All I did was put people on my playlist, and because the way Spotify groups people together is by when your music is played together, then they will appear as like, okay, well, if my music is always getting played with Jesse St. John or Leo Killian or Vincent or Kelsey Bolkin or Michaela, who is an AI person, if you've seen her, Lil Michaela, then it'll be likely to put them on, like, you know, base what fans play on Spotify. Then people will be able to discover me through them, discover them through me, and it just gives me a little more credibility instead of having people like, I don't know, what is this picture? Who is this person? It's just like, I don't know, typically, you know, the better the musician, so the higher quality music, the more professional looking, the more professional they will look, and then the more professional I look, instead of having like 3 blonde children and, you know, these single arts that don't really say anything or cut off, or just like a plain looking person. So I actually, through my playlist, I was able to move Leo Killian up my artists, Vincent, Kelsey Bolkin, Paris Alexa. Some of these other people just popped up on their own, but literally what I did was I just made a playlist innocently of, you know, people that I wanted to support, and it still is very much that, but I also sometimes stack it a little bit with some artists that I notice are like creeping up on my fans also like section. I put them on, and, you know, I'll put a song on, you know, maybe one song this month, one song the next month, and then over time it has been able to shape this, which is really cool. And now you don't have these by default. So now I have this. You can listen to my my radio. It's probably kind of cute. This song's good. Like, sounds good, right? Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds sexy. Before it was very much like kind of creepy. Like, all these people sound amazing. So I'm like, I would love to be on a radio with them. So that's all that matters. And it just, you know, it's nice to discover more artists. So I say, if you haven't made your playlist yet, do it, because that's how I've made so many friends. That's how I've gotten on so many playlists by other people. That's how I've gotten so many more monthly listeners than I would have if I didn't. What's with that Mr. Krabs meme? I'm just use different pictures here from my Indie Obsessions playlist all the time, which, by the way, I'm going to change the name back to Indie Faves because Obsessions is so long. Or I was thinking maybe making it like Tasty Faves or something, because I always call it Tasty Tune Tuesday when I post it. The most popular one will say, oh, I see. And hi, Lucas. I don't know if I said hi out loud. Boom Boom was just here for a day. He messaged me. I was like, why are you only here for a day? But anyway, the moral of the story is make a playlist, at least one, post it every week, share new artists on it every week, and you'll grow it. And you'll also get new listeners for yourself, because I have 105 followers on this playlist. And if I go to my profile, which I should have just clicked back because for some reason it's loading really slow, I can go to about, and this playlist of mine has gotten me 15 listeners in the last month. Not bad. And my one that has 9 followers has gotten me 3 listeners. Not bad. Those together, almost 20 listeners, or was it more than 20? I don't know. But that's how many listeners like I used to have total. So I could have doubled my own listeners on my own, and again, influenced something cool like this. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say on that. Now we're going to get into, before I just go into talking mode, I'm going to listen to both those albums. Love it. Love it. I'm going to... I don't know what screen I do anymore. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so I have to open this app really quick so I can show you my phone screen, because I want to talk about TikTok, which I just started using recently, and I will not pretend to be a pro at all, but I also don't necessarily think anyone that follows me on TikTok has, you know, gone to my other social media or anything else and, you know, done like supporting me in any way, except the people who have found me that I already know in person. But if you use DistroKid or a few other distributors, you can now send your music to TikTok, which, if you don't know what the app is, I will show you what it is. But so I was like, I kind of want to build a following on there. It's basically like a Vine type of thing. It used to be Musical.ly or Music Alley or Music Cali or whatever. I don't know. Whatever the kids are talking about. It used to be that. And now it's still like that, like lip syncing video thing, but it's also kind of just like funny Vine meme things. So because my music is going to be on there soon, I wanted to start building a following so that when my music is fully on there, I can do it every once in a while and see if people pick up on it and if that does anything. So I made a TikTok and kind of got freaked out because my second day of using it, I accidentally went like mini viral. Like I got on the explore page, the For You page, and all these people started commenting being like, For You page, For You page. I didn't even know what things meant. I had to ask like the 14, 15, 16-year-olds in my community. I was like, what is TikTok? What is happening? What is it doing? What is happening? And then I accidentally got like, I have almost 13,000 views on this, and it's, I don't know, like a week old? I don't even remember. Maybe not that, maybe like 4 days old. And all my other ones, well, after that one, all my other ones, because I kind of started to get into a rhythm with it, are like close to 1,000, if not over 1,000. And I'm not even creating really original content. There's like one original content, and the rest of the stuff was on my camera roll already. So isn't TikTok from the same creator as Vine? No, it's the same creator as Musical.ly, which was I think it's like a Chinese company, Chinese owned or Japanese, I don't remember. But no, it's not related to Vine. Maybe they bought Vine, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so let's show you what I'm talking about right here. And hi, Fuse. Kisos, maybe in Google, and they play music. Looks like you are not on Spotify. I am on Spotify. You should be able to say, Play Happily Ever After by Kisos. Okay, here it is. So I'm just going to show you really quick what TikTok is. Oh my god, it's so loud. I love these ones about, you probably, unless you're Latino or Mexican or something, you probably won't be able to relate to a lot of things, but there's like really funny, just like niche dumb shit. Anyway, so people do like things like that. People do, there's like cute dogs. I don't know what this is. Super cute, right? Okay, so that's way better than all of the stuff that I've done so far. But so like I was saying, like, look at this one, 12,900 views. I don't know how that happened. So at first I was like, I didn't really understand the hashtags and how to use them, things like that. But after a little bit, I was like, okay, it's not that hard. Like this one I did, basically I just put a super quick caption because the character limit is 100. So I put a super quick caption and then like as many hashtags as I can. And this one was like not bad for an early one. Same with this one. Like now that I know things I can do. Now that I know hashtags, which I guess I kind of locked in on with this one, which again, it's not even that funny. Like honestly, the dancing one is my best content and it has the second least views. So I got this Popeyes chicken sandwich, y'all, and I took a bite and my review was thus. Whoa! That's literally it. That was my whole thing. But I tagged it. I don't know. Maybe it was because of Popeyes. Maybe it was because of chicken sandwich. I don't know. But now if you look at food comedy, which has 8.7 million views, I'm in the top. Because you just hashtag a couple that are like, well, those were actually bigger. I hashtagged a couple that were like 500,000, I think. Let me see. Yeah, like one that was 500,000, and for some reason I feel like anywhere around like 300 to 500,000, those are the ones that you just put like 2 of those so that the algorithm picks you up and people find you, because it's only 508,000 views, which sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, like this video alone has 12,000 views. So that means if there's like 30, 40 videos as big as mine, that's that whole tag. So the tags are kind of smaller than they sound. Which was like a big difference to me kind of figuring things out. So anyway, I used that 500,000 one, but then that got me trending in the 8.7 million one, the 11.6 million one, but interestingly enough, not on these other like chicken sandwich ones. So I don't know exactly how it works. I guess those probably just had better engagement because honestly, this post didn't get that much engagement compared to other ones, considering how many views it got. Hi, Owie. Whoa! Yeah. But yeah, I did it again with this one. I was mostly expecting like every one after this to get like a couple hundred views, like the first 2. But then this one. I mean, I think it's cute. And I just did like, I was like, okay, dumb little caption, sis did a death drop, something cute. Like, it's not even always in the way that I normally talk. I'm more trying to cater to like a slightly younger demographic because I feel like it's mostly high schoolers on the app, or like newly graduated from high school. And then again, I just did like, I tried to do hashtags. I tried to do some bigger ones, which maybe backfired, like TikTok mom and mom comedy. So you can see I'm not in the top on those, and those are like 40 million. This one's 180,000. I'm in the top 5 on that. So it kind of depends on, you kind of figure out what the niches are. Like it seems like food gets a lot of attention, as do dogs, naturally. Like this one got 84 likes out of 700 views. And again, it's not like, it's kind of cute. It's kind of funny. If you go to Comedy Dog, it's there. And so is the other one I did of Mallory. This one's better to me. I'm also just like experimenting with editing and the different things that you can do with it. So I'm still trying to figure out those things. But the dog content didn't seem like it got as many follows as as many follows as likes. Like people liked the dog content a lot, but I feel like they followed more from other things. But I mean this is a very small sample size. But basically what I'm saying is just try some tags. Food seemed like a good place to start. Dogs seemed like a good place to start because again, I did pretty good with this one. I can't show my titty. But you know, like I said, I'm trending in all of these food ones and I don't really know why. And the bar seems very low. Like this woman at the top, those obviously look really cool. Like she's going in. Like, but then this dude's just eating a popsicle. He's literally just eating a popsicle. He's just showing his popsicle and eating a popsicle. And I'm like, okay. So again, I think once you also kind of get the feel for it, like I'm like, okay, if I'm consistently trending in the 8.7 million views ones, I'm gonna try to go a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. But as you can see, with those success of those, I only have 29 followers, but those are mostly organic. Like I just followed people back that I know in real life. I didn't follow anyone first. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's interesting. It also, you can link directly to your Instagram and YouTube there at the bottom. I put my social media in there as well in that little part, just in case people don't want to click and they want to find me. Originally, I had my music link, like fanlink.to/Kisos, like my smart link, but I was like, people are not gonna go look at that, so they whatever. And then I just put, you know, whatever cute little bio and whatever cute little profile picture. But that's that on that. So I just wanted to kind of do a quick intro to TikTok and say, like, oops, if you are considering it, but you don't really know where to start or what it is or what you're doing at all, literally just try it. And you can just do what I did, which was all of those videos, except for the watermelon fizzing out of its butt, were content that I already had on my phone, that I was posting as an Instagram story, that I was posting on Twitter. So it's just another place where you can repost something but hit a new audience and then hopefully get some new people for your music or whatever. So especially, again, if you have your own music on TikTok, or if you like making videos and stuff. I don't really have time to do it. I wish I did, because it's fun. And yes, I did purposely pull my shirt up because that's what I do when I'm feeling myself. You're trying to catch with those moves. And yes, my mom was very eager to touch those balls. It was so crowded at the front of the Raging Bull at Wall Street. And this was like a couple years ago when she was visiting. And so I guess people take pictures with the balls too. So she was like, I don't care about the head. Let's go take a picture with the balls. And in the original video, you can't hear it because it's the list. This is gospel audio. But I say something like, oh, be careful. And then she like trips. And I'm like, or because she like trips a little bit and goes, wah! And I'm like, don't get knocked over by his big balls. And it's cute. And then she's just, Vine was 50 times better. I can agree with that, because honestly, a lot of the content on TikTok is absolutely terrible. So that's another good thing, is you really like, and I don't even mean terrible as in like, well, bad quality, number one, it's just like boring to watch. But number two, the stuff that does go viral is terrible. It's like discriminatory. There was something like talking about like differently abled people, like violently making a joke about doing something violent against a differently abled person. And I was like, why are people laughing at this? Okay. Okay, this has 300,000 views. Oh, okay. So yeah, anyway, one last thing. The purple is lasting pretty well. It is. It's more than a ton of content. I mean, yeah, there's a ton of content online is garbage, but I feel like, you know, it's different if it's like, TikTok is very clout-y, you know? It's different from like music, where like, sure, different music will be at different polish levels, but people are trying to make something that connects with someone, put some meaning into it, or at least just have some fun. Versus like a TikTok, people are like, it just really brings out the type of, it brings out everybody in the world. And a lot of those people are racist or sexist or homophobic or just bullies, you know? So anyway, not to get on that high horse, but I do want to talk about one more thing. And this is just a little bit, this is more open-ended with everybody. But on Twitter the other day, a friend of mine who is a musician and very DIY, doing their own marketing, all of that stuff, they just posted a tweet like, how do you manage making music and marketing your music at the same time? Because I'm not like, doing pop star stuff like that isn't fun for me. Like, I don't want to just make stuff that I know will be like more commercially successful just for the sake of getting press and blogs and stuff. So they were saying, number one, like, how do you reconcile those two things? But also just overall, how do you find the time to market yourself when you're releasing this music and making music, like you're making music, mixing, producing, blah, 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 marketing on social media, but also sending it to press, doing this, doing that. There's so much stuff. Yes, Owie. Hey, oh my God. Oh, hello? Well, this is going to be fun for the YouTube audience that has no idea what Twitch is. Well, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Tana, Juju, and for gifting me this amazing Santa look. Feel like it stained your hair follicle? We'll see. No, it's definitely coming out. Oh, Becca. I'm assuming that's how you say it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. So, now that I'm Santa Claus... Who wore it better? Who wore it better? Sound off in the YouTube comments below. And the Twitch chat. Sound off. Sound off. Okay, anyway. So, if any of you have anything left, I don't know what side I was holding him on, but I'm going to say it was me no matter what, Owie. Yeah, there is Juju, but I don't know. I guess I feel like anybody can get popular with their racism and homophobia on TikTok because it's such quick videos. It's so easy to discover stuff really quick versus like on YouTube or something. You know, most people that are making content aren't being found at all. And maybe that's true for TikTok too. I don't know. I just felt like disproportionately I was running into a lot of trash. Anyway, it was me. It was me, Owie. Anyway, so he was asking about making pop music and, you know, just generally, even if it's not pop music, just making something that's more commercially successful or feeling like you're making something that you need to make versus something that, oh, let me put on another crown for you, Juju. Can we get a shout out for Juju, by the way, for all these gift subs? And my answer to that, first of all, is make the music that you want to make, because that's the only way to build a consistent, solid fan base. It's just like here on Twitch. If you're just playing the popular game because you want to, even if you do get some popularity, those people are going to disappear when you start playing something else. You want to build up people that are following you, for your personality, for your style. And yes, you can grab from different moments of the time, but you don't want those moments in time to leave you behind. You don't want the zeitgeist to leave you behind where you're like, okay, well, I was doing like Afrobeat stuff because, you know, that's on the rise, but now with Billie Eilish, I think I'm gonna go do this like brooding stuff. And it's like, yeah, maybe you'll have more successful individual songs, but the people that were listening to your Afrobeats are not as likely to listen to you making like little emo girl music. You know what I mean? Versus if you make something that maybe incorporates both of them because you genuinely love both of those things at the same time, that's different. Or if, you know, you kind of have mixed and matched it versus completely pandering to like the sound of the times, you know what I mean? So first of all, I say make whatever music you want to make, because the people who want to find you for you will find you, as long as you're putting in the marketing effort. When I was making music that was a lot less polished than Happily Ever After, because it was completely DIY, I still got press. I still got new fans. I still was connecting with people. I was, you know, it was a lot slower. It was a lot harder. It was a lot more disappointing. There was a lot more rejection. And there was a lot more self-doubt and feeling like, oh, I made this and it's trash. But as I made, you know, more music of what I like, more people would go back and find, oh, this song is great that you did before. Oh, I love that song. Oh, really? Because that song I literally only spent 24 hours on, and it was like a bonus track. And now it's one of my most popular songs. So literally just make what you want to make and make sure that you are in there. If you want to go back and forth between Afrobeats and Billie Eilish and, you know, metal, like, you know, all these disparate things, that's fine. But make sure that you are in there and people are hearing you for you, and you're not just like copycatting different things and building this Frankenstein of what you think will be popular because maybe it worked before. Because also, let's be real, streaming numbers don't pay the bills. You get 1 million streams, what's that gonna do for a month? Nothing. And honestly, the chances of that are really low anyway. If you more likely like 100 streams. So what would that be? If 200 is $1, that means 1,000 is $5. So that's $500, which is like, that's great. That's a lot. But $500 for each of these songs that you're putting all this work into. Anyway, and then going off of that, just talking about how to balance marketing with your music. Just the important thing for me to remember is I always, you know, I got tons of press for Happily Ever After, but I always felt like it wasn't enough because I was like, oh, but I didn't get that one. Oh, I didn't get that blog though. I didn't get that one that person just got. I didn't get that one. And that would be what eats me up. It's like, oh, you got like 45 pieces, but you missed one, you missed a spot. And that was a really damaging thing for me to be like, oh, well, was I not doing enough? Was I wasting time? Was I whatever? It's like, no, literally, you were marketing nonstop, you were streaming, you were making music, you're running a company, you're doing all of these things. You only had so much time. So do as much marketing as you can, do a lot of, research. We've gone over that as early as week 1, how to find, the right people to pitch, blogs, playlists, newspapers, all of those things. Keep building that list no matter what. Every time you release, that list should be growing by like 50 blogs, or at least 50 changes, because maybe like some of them disappeared, or you have to move it around. But you should be updating that list every single time you're releasing, and especially keeping track of the people that are covering you to make sure that you send it to them again and prioritize them and send them something personalized and keep them engaged with you, because those are the people that are already on board. So you want them to stay on board so you can really snowball effect that effect. Yep, we got that in writing. Thanks, web captioner. Yeah, just don't get too hard on yourself if, number 1, you're not getting any coverage, or number 2, you're getting coverage but you feel like it's not enough, because you only have so much time in the day and it's so competitive. So, I mean, that's just kind of like a general basic like morale boost, pep talk, whatever you want to call it. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to eat this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then we're going to do some music. Okay, we're gonna play some music and things. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions on that, and let me know, anyone out there, obviously, if you have any comments, questions that you want to send to me. As usual, you can DM me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, anywhere. I'm at It's Kisos, ITSKISOS on there. If you want to hear my music, I'm KISOS, Kisos on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, all of that stuff. Hit me up on TikTok now, girls. Hit me up on TikTok. And yeah, let me know. These are probably going to be more like once a month things now, because I've just talked about so much. I feel like we've pretty much covered stuff. So if you feel like you want to talk more or whatever, then come say hi, girls. If you want to join a like private group with us to get more one-on-one consultation, or press advice, publicity advice, without feeling like you have to pay $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month, hit me up, because we're gonna be starting that. And that's that on that. So thank you everybody for hanging out. We're gonna do some music now, and I hope you have a lovely week. Bye.